Welcome back, students. In ICT Skill Course 402, today I'll be teaching you Information and Communication Technology Skills, that means ICT, under Part A. So I'll be opening the ICT PDF. So in ICT Skills, so our topics will be distinguish between different operating systems. So first of all, we should know what is the operating system. Operating system is a system which is meant to work the computer, which makes the computer work. Like you can take example of a brain. In a brain, the knowledge you could say is a operating system which makes a system of a body works. It control our hands, working of hands, legs. So that knowledge you could say is operating system. So same concept we can use for the computer. So just coming on the classes of operating system. As we all know that computer is a very useful machine. So nowadays for each and every work we use computer. Even our mobiles, it is also a computer. It is a very important to properly start the computer, and after finishing the work, it needs to be properly shut down. Yes, it's very important. Because if you're not doing that, it can corrupt the operating system. If the power of a computer is switched off and the files you were working on were not closed, the files and the operating system may get corrupted. As I was explaining you, it can be corrupted if you're not shutting down the computer properly. So I think this is clear to you. Classes of operating system. Now the operating system. Operating system is a software that serves as an interface between the user and a computer. Now, operating system is a software. Actually, it is a software. We can't touch software. We can touch hardware. Hardware you could say as example keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, which we can touch. But we can't touch the software. So like you are playing a game on a mobile or a computer, that you can't touch. That is a software. If you are using MS Office, Excel, PowerPoint, that are all software. You can't touch. So it is a software. This is also a software that serves as an interface. Interface means it is a kind of a gateway between the user and a computer. Without this software, that means operating system, you can't work upon the computer. Like the knowledge which you have in your mind, if you don't have that knowledge, you are useless. The same way, if the computer is there and there is no operating system in that, if suppose Windows, now Windows is operating system, if operating system is not installed in the computer, that is useless. You can't do anything. So they both are interrelated. Hardware and software is interrelated, and operating system is a must. So we will discuss about some of the functions of operating system. So some functions of operating systems are: it manages all the devices of a computer and keep track of the status of the device, whether it is busy or not. You know, in a computer plenty of devices are there. It can be a keyboard, it can be a printer. So it keeps and manages all the devices of a computer, and it also checks whether they are busy or not. Second point, it also checks whether the device is functioning properly or not. You might have noticed sometime when you boot the computer, so while booting down the computer, it goes for some counting in the black screen. So that is the time when it checks the functions of each and every device. Okay. It also controls software resources of the computer. So whatever the softwares are needed for the computer, it also checks. So that is the work of operating system. The same case is the mobile also. If you switch off your mobile and again you on it, it takes little time. And in that time, it checks whether all the hardware part is working properly, the software which is needed in mobile, whether it is working properly or not. Then next point, it manages the computer memory and keeps track of which memory space is in use by which program and which space is free. So it also manages the computer memory. Nowadays we have like 4 GB RAM computer, 8 GB RAM computer, the same case with mobile also. So when we load any program in computer, like we are playing a game, suppose it is of 1 GB, so that 1 GB stores the space in your RAM, temporary memory, then only it works. So it manages the computer memory. So if you have more memory in your computer or mobile, your system will work more faster. It manages the structure of the files and directories on the computer system. In your computer there are plenty of files and directories, so it manages that also. It keeps track of amount of disk space used by a specific file, so that also it keeps the track of amount of disk space used by a specific file. The same way, it allows you to create, copy or move and delete files. You can create any file, you can copy the file, you can make the duplicate, move and delete files. So you have not to go in depth because this is a theory chapter, so just you have to go through this chapter. You can listen my lecture or you can just read the book. So the things you should keep in mind, because there is not that much practical based upon this chapter. Now the next topic is types of operating system. Now the different types of operating system. So first of all, we will discuss about some commonly used operating system in class 9th, or 10th. So first of all, DOS. This was the first operating system. Early we were only having DOS, we were not having Windows, Linux, Unix, nothing. So what is a DOS? Disk operating system. In disk operating system, there was no point and click environment. Like in Windows, we have point and click environment. We are clicking here and there. Suppose we are just moving the mouse here and there, and we are pointing to some folder, we are double clicking it and that folder opens for us. But in DOS it was not like that. Suppose I'll show you how it looks. The DOS earlier it was looking like this, and whatever we want to see, we have to give the command. Like suppose I want to give the command here, dir. It shows me the directory here, the files and folders. So disk operating system was like that. So I hope little bit idea you have how the DOS was looking like. So earlier it was very difficult. We have to type each and everything in DOS. So I'm closing the DOS. Windows, you are already familiar. Currently we are using Windows only, developed by Microsoft. Then Linux is an operating system designed for personal computers. It is free and open source software. In India it is not that much popular, but it is a free operating system. For personal computers, what the computers you are using at home, you can use Linux. It is free and open source, means it's open, or nobody owns it. So like, because Windows is owned by Microsoft, it is free, it is open source. Then coming to mobile operating systems, Android, the most popular one, then Symbian, Windows Phone, iOS. I think these two are most popular one. Android, mostly people are using Android. because it's cheap, easily available, and iOS. Apple, you say. Windows Phone and Symbian, you could say it's in the market but not that much popular. Earlier Windows Phone were there, but then Android and iOS have the majority in the market. So now the different types of operating system are as follows. Now the different types of operating system. Interactive GUI based. That means a graphical user interface, like Windows is a graphical user interface, is a friendly user operating system, because here it's very friendly. You have to point and click and your work will be done, like MS Office you are doing, or you are on your desktop you are creating a folder. So that's very easy with interactive GUI based operating system. In which commands can be entered by clicking, double clicking, right clicking of a mouse. You know very well. Suppose I'm right clicking, you could see the different commands are coming here. Or if I want to open MS Office, you can just double click upon the folder. Suppose I'll show you here. Now this is my Windows desktop. Now if I want to open anything, suppose the Scratch or something I want to open, I have to just double click upon that and that thing will be open for me. So I hope that is very much clear to you how it works. Suppose this is Open Office. If I am double clicking on it, it is working. So I am double clicking, the command works for me. So that only I was wanting to explain you. So I think this is clear to you. A graphical user interface is a user-friendly operating system in which commands can be entered by clicking, double clicking, right clicking, or mouse. Windows operating system is an example of interactive operating system. So Windows operating system is a good example of this kind of interactive graphic interface based operating system. Even nowadays Linux is a good example. The next topic is single user, single task operating system. Now, earlier we were using this kind of systems because currently what we are using, that system can operate multiple tasks at a time. Suppose we are listening to a music, that time we may type something, that means two tasks we are doing at the same time, and even the scanning process can go on of our antivirus, so that means three tasks are going at a time. But in the single user single task operating system, there only one task can be done on a computer and at one time. That means one thing can be done. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Now afterward, single user multi-task operating system. Now this is important. This type of operating system is used on desktop computers. Now this type of operating system, now currently what we are using desktop computers. So this type of operating system is used there, or laptops, where a single user can operate on several programs at a time. That means the same time I am using. Suppose I am teaching you currently. So I have opened PDF for you. Even you could see at the background my antivirus is working. Even I can play music at a time. Even just presently my recording process is going on, which is capturing my screen and my audio. That means multiple tasks is running at a time. So this is a good example, single user multiple task operating system. So example is been given here. Windows, Apple, Mac operating system are examples of single user multiple task operating system. So I hope it is clear. The next one, multiple users. A multiple user operating system enables multiple users to work on the same computer at different times or simultaneously. So in this computer or in this operating system enables multiple users. That means now in this actually what happens, like this is a main computer, and with the main computer different users are working. Suppose this is different users, different. So these are the different nodes, you could say. Now different persons are sitting here, they are working. So you could say this is a kind of a multi-user operating system, because multiple users are working on the same computer. It is a kind of a big computer, powerful computer, and different users are working on the same computer with the help of now each different nodes. Now here everywhere where the persons are sitting, they'll have one monitor, keyboard, mouse, like each one will have, but they are actually connected to the main computer, you could say the big computer. Only the nodes have their own monitors, keyboard, mouse. So actually it is a one system only, but it is a multiple user. So I hope this is clear to you. Now the next one is real time. A real-time operating system is used to control machinery, scientific instruments like robots in a complex animations, and computer control automated machines like robotics, you could say. Okay, some scientific instruments where the decision should be made quick. So in that situations, a real-time operating system is used. A real-time operating system is a computing environment that reacts to input within a specific period of time. So computing environment, it is basically used that reacts to input with a specific period of time. It manages the resources of the computer so that any particular operation is executed in the same amount of time every time it is executed. So in a summary, I could say you, in a particular period of time, you have to take the decisions very quickly. So in that complex time, you could say, where decisions is to be made very quickly, this real-time operating system is used. So example is Windows CE and Linux operating system are examples of real-time operating system. So basically you could say reacts to input within a specific period of time. So that much you could keep in mind. Now, distributed operating system. So these are independent computers. In a distributed operating system, there are different computers connected to each other. Like you could say here, this is one computer, this is second computer, third computer, fourth computer. Now each one is having CPU. I am putting C. That means each computer is having its own CPU. Now CPU, you know very well, it is responsible to do all kind of calculations and comparisons. That means all the processing is done by CPU. So what it does, a distributed operating system runs on a set of computers. That means they all are connected with one operating system. Now it combines the different computers in a network into a single integrated computer and storage location. Now all these systems, you could term it as a nodes. That means working stations where users are sitting. Different users are sitting here. So all systems are integrated with the help of distributed operating systems. They are interconnected by a network. So what happens? Now here I could say that distributed by D. Here also one system which is helping to connect each system in this network. So that means when different tasks are coming, so the tasks are allotted to different systems. Suppose one task for typing, suppose it is been allotted to this system, number one. Another task comes, then that will be given to another system comes, that can be given to another computer, third, fourth, like this. So all the tasks are being distributed. So I hope this is also clear to you. So now we'll be covering about Windows 7 operating system. Although we are using Windows 10 and I am also making this tutorial on Windows 10 only, but as in your syllabus Windows 7 is being covered, so there is no much difference between Windows 7 and Windows 10. So we'll go regarding the theory about Windows 7. So Windows 7 is an operating system developed by Microsoft. Yes, Windows 7 and even Windows 10 is being developed by Microsoft, and it is used on personal computers or laptop what you are using at home or you are using at school. So after loading Windows 7, the first screen that appears on the monitor is called desktop. So that's obvious, when you start the computer, the first screen which you see is desktop. From the desktop you can access different components on Windows 7. So by default Windows 7 has a picture on the desktop background. This is called the wallpaper. Now I'll just minimize and let you know. Now suppose this is my desktop and you can see different small icons here. These are the small pictures, these are called the icons, and you can see the beautiful scenery on my desktop. This is called the wallpaper. So I hope this is clear to you. The small pictures on the desktop are called icons. I have already explained. These icons represent file, folders, application, etc. So these are all like files, folders, like suppose I am having this folder to print, and if I'll double click on this folder, it will show different files which are present inside. The same way I'm having like suppose folder of IT skills. If I'll open it, it will show me different files and different folders inside. Suppose if I'll click on folder class 10th, so here I'm having separate PDF like digital documentation ICT. So if I'll double click it, that particular file will be opened. So this is clear to you. Small pictures, that are icons. So these icons represent file, folders, application, etc. That is very much clear to you. At the bottom of the desktop is a long bar called the taskbar. So at the bottom here you can see this long bar. This is called the taskbar. To the left of the taskbar is the start button. The same way in Windows 7, in Windows 10 also, it is called the start button. You could see here the start is coming. So now the components of Windows 7 desktop. The components are been given here like icons. I have already explained. Recycle bin. So whatever we delete from the computer, by default it goes in recycle bin. Start button, icons. So we already know that the use of following icons. Okay, so let us revise. Okay, some of the icons we'll just revise through. Firstly, the computer. Windows 7 computer icon is there. It displays all the storage areas of the computer. Through the computer icon, you can access all drive, files and folders on the computer. So, but in case of Windows 10, I'm having here this PC, same like computer icon. In Windows 10, computer icon is called as this PC icon. So if I'll double click on this, you could see this window opens, and here I can access my drives. Like I'm in my computer, C drive is there, Windows D is there, E is there, and it shows how much space has been left in each drive. And if I'll double click on any drive, it will show different folders present here and different files present here. So I hope this is very much clear to you. Like upload is my folder, and in upload different videos which I make for my uploading process as a tutorial, so I used to keep it here. So I hope this is clear. Here it is called computer icon in Windows 7. Here I told you in Windows 10 this PC. Work is same. Then when you double click the computer icon, a window shown below, so the same kind of window is coming on Windows 10 also. Now this minimize, maximize and close option, so we'll be covering this. Hard disk, removable disk drives, so as it is shown here, it shows here also. Like I have opened here this PC, so I am not using now any DVD drive, so that's why it's not showing. But if I'm putting any pen drive, it will show. So you can try in your computers. Now on the top, if you will see, you will notice here minimize option. If I'll click it, it will go on my taskbar. Just see, it's gone like this. The middle one is restore down. If I'll click on this, so see, it's restored. Now it will be, now this same option will be turned into maximize. That means it will take the full screen. And third one, of course, you know, to close. So I can directly close it. So I hope these options are also very much clear to you. So taskbar is the long horizontal bar present at the bottom of the screen. So I have already explained this about the start button also, and to the right side date time is there. So here also you could see in Windows 10 also the taskbar, the date time is present at the bottom. You can also see icons of active applications and some shortcuts on the taskbar. So in my screen also you could see which are like these folders are active, so you can see it. Even my Google Chrome is active presently, and this is PDF is active, and my recording software is also active. So I hope this is clear. Start button is located on the left of the taskbar. Clicking the start button opens the start menu and provide access to programs and features like this. You all know, when I'll click on start button, so different option comes here. Okay, and from here only I can shut down, like power is option is for shut down the computer, and same way from here I can go to control panel also. like settings directly. This is a kind of a control panel. From here I can change any settings regarding hardware, software, as you can see here, apps and all system. So just now I'll close it. So just we'll go through this. Shutdown, you know very well. All programs, just now I've shown it, it will show all the programs like it is showing here. By clicking here, it is showing all the programs. The same way here also, it will show me all the programs. So what I'm using. Yes, it is showing all the programs to me. Search box, this allows to user to search a file or a folder or run executable files. Here I can search, like suppose I want to open OpenOffice. You could see here, it's coming here on the top, OpenOffice. I can select from here OpenOffice. Like this I can select. This is also clear. Control panel, just now I have shown you control panel. Upon clicking on the settings, it directly goes to control panel. Because little bit changes are there in Windows 7 and Windows 10. Then recycle bin. Files and folders deleted by the users are stored in recycle bin. That means whatever you delete by default, it goes directly in recycle bin, so that you have the option to restore the file. So I'll show you the recycle bin here. The recycle bin is here. So whatever I have deleted, you could see here plenty of files. From here I can restore. I can restore my file. Right click, restore option, and from the file or folder from wherever it has been deleted, it will go back. So recycle bin is also been clear to you. Now let's try it. So this we will discuss afterwards in the class. Start your computer, name the operating system in your computer. You will, of course, you will say Windows 10. Main icon. So this is homework for you. Still, if any doubt, you can ask me or comment me. Like which is an operating system, or whatever we have discussed just now. These are the questions based upon this. Just go through it. Now, file concept, file operations, file organization, directory structure and file system structures. So, you know very well that whatever you store in your computer is stored as a file. Suppose as a song also, if you want to store, it will store as a file. For computer it is a file, whether it is a movie, whether as any picture, whatever you are storing, it is stored as a file. So file system is a way in which you give name to a file, store it and retrieve it. So if you are storing any music files, so what you prefer, you will prefer that all the music files should be stored in a folder, and you will name a folder as a music. Suppose if you are fond of listening Punjabi songs, then you will be wanting to store in one folder, and you will give the name of that folder as Punjabi. Hindi separate, English separate. So there are specific naming conventions for naming files and folders, like characters that can be used, maximum number of characters, etc. So files can be separated, placed into a groups called folder directories. Each directory folder can contain related files or subfolders. So as I told, suppose if I am having one folder as songs, and here in one of the folder, suppose I'll give the name as English, and in one folder, suppose Hindi, and then the subfolders. So in subfolders, you may give the different names or different artists. This is artist A, This is artist B, different folders. And in Hindi also, suppose you are giving uh, like old songs, and here artist number A, artist number B. The same way here also, you can make folders and subfolders, and in under subfolders you can make the file. I'll explain you. Suppose I made one folder, main folder, IT skills, and here in IT skills I had made two folders, class 9. These are the files of class 9, and here class 10. These are the separate files of class 10, and under class 10 even I made one more folder, separate PDF. So this concept is clear to you. Files are managed in a hierarchy. This allows you to view the files in a current directory and then move to subdirectories. Hierarchy means, as I have explained here, like songs in a hierarchy are made. Songs, then English, Hindi, then different artists. So hierarchy means some system is being maintained. Now, after this, creating and managing files and folders. Creating a folder. Creating a folder is very easy. Directly I'll tell you in a practical way. You will right click, new. You could see here folder, even the name of the file. You can make the file also in this way. Suppose I am making here folder, and here I'll give demo folder 1, one new folder, demo folder 2, and inside this I can make one file here. Suppose I'm making notepad file. Number 1 I have given the name, and here I am writing demo text for IT skill course. Just I want to save one file. You will see here I had made two folders, demo 1 and demo 2. Now if I want to rename this file, very simple. Either I can press F2 function key from the keyboard, F2. You could see here it's been selected, and then I can rename it demo, suppose. Or other option is right click, and here you will find rename option. Then also you can do the changes. So this is clear to you. Now in demo 1 here, if I want to copy this file to another folder, right click, copy, or other option is you select it, Control C from the keyboard, Control C, and then I can close this. Directly I'll go to demo folder 2, and I'll use Control V or right click or paste, any option you can use. You will see that the file is been copied from the source folder to the destination folder. So this concept I hope is clear to you. Here also it's the same thing is being written, how to make a folder and how to copy all these things. So I have just told you practically how to do this. Creating a file, right click anywhere in the blank area of the right column, shortcut menu new. Just now I have shown you while making a notepad file, the same way. Then renaming folders and files, that also I have explained you by F2 or right click rename. Deleting files and folders, to delete a file or folder, what you do press, you have to press the delete key. That's very simple. Suppose here I am having two files. I'll just click it, right click, and then you can find here delete option. Either you can press this one, or simply from the keyboard you have to press the delete key. So that's easy. I'll press the delete key and it's been deleted and directly gone in my recycle bin. So this is also clear to you. So again, the worksheet, this you have to do yourself. Group activity, copying file and folders, so this I have explained. Drag and drop method I have explained. Control C method also I have explained to you. Control C and Control V. Then moving means to cut and paste. When you move a file or a folder, the original file or folder is moved to a new location. That means it's like a cut option. It's cut from one place and it's been pasted to another location. Shortcut, I'll again take. Now I'm having two folders here. Demo folder 1, no file is there. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this file again. Now if I'll dragging this option here directly like this, it moves the file. You'll see it's been deleted from here and it's been moved here. Now if I want to copy, now see the option is coming, copy to demo folder 1. So how to copy? You have to press Control key and then you have to drag. Earlier I was telling to simply drag, so that was only moving the file. So that was the same as cut and move. So for to copy, you have to press the Control key and then drag it here, and you will see this file is been placed in both the folders. So this is clear to you. Now to move a file, either you can use right click cut and then it will be pasted there. Suppose here right click paste. Now replace the file in the destination. Either it will replace the file or skip this file. Skip means it will not delete. Okay. So just to show you, I'll just change the name of this file. Now if I'll do it, I'll simply drag it. So by dragging it, it means moving the file. And to copy, I have to press Control key. And with the help of Control key, now if I'll drag, it will go to another location. That means it is making the duplicate. So I hope now the concept has been clear. So Control X and Control V is the shortcut. Permanently deleting file, you can permanently delete the contents of the recycle bin in any one of the following ways. Right click the recycle bin and empty recycle bin. So I'll just close both the folders. So in recycle bin, I can directly, in Windows 10, I can just directly click here and I can empty it, or any file I can right click and delete. It's deleted like this. So we have covered this concept also. Restore files and folders from recycle bin. The same way we can click in recycle bin. right click and restore option. So if you'll restore, directly it will go from where it's been deleted. So this concept is also been clear. So let's try it. You have to try yourself. For discussions, you can just ask me also if any problem is here. So worksheet and all, you have to try within your group. Still, if any problem, you can ask me. So I'll finish here only. The tutorial is little lengthy now. This I'll cover in part 2. Apply basic skill for care and maintenance of computer. So I'm finishing my notes or lecture. Wait for my new tutorial. So till then, bye.